All right, well, we are in store for quite the sticky and muggy evening as overnight temperatures, are only going to fall between those low to mid 70s, a few of us in the upper 60s, but it's the humidity that's really going to make things feel very sticky out there. Try to stay as cool as possible as you head throughout the night, especially for a lot of us who do not have AC. But looking at our numbers from yesterday, they were actually below their seasonal averages. A high of 73, our low was at 48 degrees, so normals 77 to 55, didn't quite make it to those yesterday. Records back in the year of 1966 for your high was at 98, and your record low back in the year of 1968 at 36 degrees. So just slightly below average, but definitely nowhere near the records for this time of the year, and especially for that date. But a look at today's highs, we made our way into the upper 70s here in Marquette at 77, 80s more as you head into Munising and Manistee, 83 in Iron Mountain, and at 86 in Ontonagon. Now, warm air is on its way. It'll be coming in from the south as we head on into tomorrow because of these southerly winds, which are currently right around 10 miles per hour for a lot of us. 3 as you head down into Escanaba or down into Iron Mountain, and over in Iron Mountain at 13 miles per hour. More of the south wind tonight, only around 5 to 10, so not quite as breezy as what we saw earlier today, but it picks up even more as we head on into tomorrow, and that's going to add a little bit more of that warmth, but also humidity into the air mass. So that could make things a bit tricky as we go on into the day on Tuesday. But first, let's get into tonight. Cloudy and muggy. Really seeing those numbers only drop into the low to mid 70s. It's not going to be comfortable whatsoever at all. Hot with scattered showers of thunderstorms coming in as we go on into the day on Tuesday. Now, chances are not going to be very high for seeing the rain, as the line that comes through will be broken and scattered in nature. But because of all the heat and the humidity in place, that is going to really help to fuel some of these thunderstorms and make them more on the stronger side. So could be a severe storm here and there as we go into the day. We'll get into that in just a bit. And the humid air and the warmer air, it lingers on. It does start to ease just a bit heading on into tomorrow night and Wednesday, but later on into the week, that's when we'll finally start to see more of that relief. But let's take a look at our setup right now. Low pressure working its way through the Midwest and starting to push its way into the Great Lakes. More of that severe weather just off to our west today. Tomorrow it does start to sweep eastward, and we'll be watching out for it as we head on into the afternoon. Mostly just a strong wind gust and also some hail, but always a slight possibility that we could get an isolated tornado out of this as well. But once again, the storms are going to be very isolated in nature themselves, so and everybody's not going to be hit by not only just the storms, but even the rain itself. It should be quite scattered. And later on into the week, we do start to quiet down as we get closer to the weekend, but there are going to be slight rain chances as we head on into Wednesday and Thursday. Let's put this all into motion for you. Here we are looking at our FUTURECAST model, noticing there goes the line that we'll be watching out for as we head on into tomorrow afternoon. Starting off with maybe some patchy areas of fog on tomorrow, but then the storms, they come in, they break apart really a whole lot. You don't see it really being well defined as it moves across the UP. So we'll see that move through. Afterwards, we do start to quiet down heading on into tomorrow evening. Maybe a few more of those areas of fog will develop for us into tomorrow night. And then later on as we go on into Wednesday, expecting another slight chance of rain to work its way from the northwest. Tonight we'll dip down to 70 degrees, a very warm and humid evening with winds out of the south between 10 to 15. Seeing those winds pick up between 15 to 20 into the afternoon on tomorrow. High temperatures, middle 80s in Lawrence at 85 in Ontonagon, lower 80s showing up in Escanaba and Manistee at 84 in Munising. For your forecast tomorrow, yes, we do start off with the fog and the clouds tomorrow morning, but into the afternoon, watching out for that slight chance of rain to come in. Tomorrow night, we'll dip down into the lower 60s for some locations, as might be some slightly cool air tries to sneak its way in, but 85 for Wednesday, and then here comes our cool off as we head into Thursday and Friday with 60s possibly as we head on into Friday. Lower temperatures starting to drop back into those lower 50s, a bit more comfortable as we head on into the evening. And the weekend doesn't look to be bad at all. Expecting more of the highs in the 70s and partly sunny skies to be in place.